Before the Great Flood, before history began, heaven had a problem. 200 immortal beings looked down at the earth and made a choice they could never undo. This is not a story from mythology. This is from one of the oldest books ever written. The Book of Enoch, removed from your Bible, found in a cave. And it changes everything. The beings in this story are called the Watchers, and they were assigned to observe humanity. Their job was simple: watch, but never touch. But somewhere along the way, watching was no longer enough. 200 of them gathered on the summit of Mount Hermon, and they made an oath. They swore together, if any one of us turns back, all of us will answer for it. Their leader was named Semjaza, and he took the first step downward. One by one they descended through the clouds. 200 angels falling toward earth landed in the valleys below, and for the first time, they walked among human beings. The women of the ancient world had never seen anything like them. The Watchers took wives, and that single act broke a law older than the world. But the breaking of laws was only the beginning of what they had planned. One of the chief Watchers taught men how to make swords, knives, and shields. He showed them metals buried in the earth and how to turn them into instruments of war. Another Watcher taught the women the art of beauty and the power it carried. They taught astrology, sorcery, and the reading of omens in the movement of stars. Within a generation, humanity had knowledge it was never meant to have, and it was already too late. Then came the children, and they were like nothing the earth had ever seen. The Nephilim, half angel, half human, and entirely beyond control. They grew to enormous heights and consumed everything the land could produce. When the food ran out, they turned on the animals. When the animals ran out, they turned on each other. The world had become a place of suffering, and the Watchers had made it so. And then, from the mouths of the suffering, a sound rose up into the sky. The prayers of humanity rose past the clouds, past the stars, all the way to the throne of God. The cries reached 4 archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel, and heaven moved. They were given orders. Clear, final, unappealable. This is the midpoint of the story, and what comes next is judgment. Raphael was sent first, with a mission to bind the one who started it all. His target was Azazel, the Watcher who had armed humanity for its own destruction. The Book of Enoch says Raphael bound Azazel hand and foot and cast him into darkness. Cast into a place of rough and jagged rocks, to wait there until the day of judgment. Sent to deal with the Nephilim, but not in the way you might expect. Gabriel was told, let them destroy each other. Do not intervene directly. Heaven's judgment on the Nephilim was precise. Let their own nature be their sentence. Michael was sent with the hardest mission of all, to tell the Watchers their sentence. The Watchers saw him coming, and they knew Michael delivered the verdict. Witness the destruction of your children, then face your own prison. Begged Enoch, the one righteous man, to carry a petition to God on their behalf. Enoch was the only human who had ever walked with God. He was the right messenger.
He carried their petition to heaven in a vision, and the answer was delivered personally. The answer was no, and it was devastating. The Watchers would receive no mercy, no relief, and no second chance ever. They had watched the earth. Now they would watch from inside a prison forever. Semjaza, their leader, was bound above the earth, suspended in the stars, facing downward. He would hang there watching, unable to act until the final judgment at the end of time. But their punishment was not the most terrifying part of what Enoch was shown. The most terrifying part was the knowledge and that it was already loose in the world. The secrets of metals, the secrets of stars, the secrets of violence, all now in human hands. And with every generation, the violence compounded, spreading outward like a flood before the flood. Uriel was the final archangel given a mission, and his was the strangest of all. Uriel was sent to warn Noah and to tell him exactly what was coming. The flood was not a punishment for humanity alone, it was a reset, an erasure. Everything the Watchers had corrupted the earth, the bloodlines, the knowledge was meant to be washed clean. But here is what the Book of Enoch says that most people never talk about. The knowledge didn't drown. It survived, carried by the 8 people who stepped off that ark. The forbidden arts, the astronomy, the metallurgy, encoded in memory, passed down again. The Watchers lost their freedom, but their legacy never left the earth. Every war, every sword, every act of deliberate violence. Enoch traces it back to one mountain, one oath, on one night, by 200 beings who should have known better. The Book of Enoch ends with a promise. The Watchers will face their final sentence when time itself ends. They wait, in the dark, knowing exactly what they gave up, and somewhere above them, suspended in the stars, Semjaza watches the world he left behind. He watched humanity receive the knowledge he gave them and use it exactly as he feared they would. The question the Book of Enoch leaves you with is this: was the knowledge the problem, or were we? Enoch saw things no other human being was ever shown, and he wrote them down for us. 200 angels, one mountain, one oath, and a world that has never fully recovered. The Book of Enoch was hidden for a reason. Now you know why. If this story stayed with you, the next chapter goes even deeper. You will not want to miss it. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos.